Well, look at this. Shall I get one? They look pretty good. Let's try it out. Hello and welcome to Son of Brian, and today we're going to be doing a small task of screwing in these straps which basically hold the roof, if I pan up a little bit, which hold the roof plate down, and we're going to put, I think, maybe 3 or 4 screws in there, and to do that we're going to need a number of tools. Now I've got 20 of these to do, and let's have a look at the tools that we're going to need to do the job. On the left here we've got a very standard looking spirit level, because we want them all nice and straight. And then the next thing we're going to do is mark out. Now we're going to be using one of these Marxman pens, which of course we started to look at when we were buying the parts earlier. We've also then going to drill them with a 8mm bit, which is a masonry bit, so that'll be fine. And then we're going to drive in some plugs, or with a hammer. And then we're going to screw those in with an impact driver, with a very compatible bit for the right length of screws, which we picked up earlier today. So a couple of additional things that, you know, if you're doing a job like this, as I say, I've got 20 to do, is I've got 2 batteries, because these are the NiCad Makitas that Dad's given me. So I've got 2 more batteries on charge, because these will run down quite quickly. They're very old batteries in any case, and you know, if you want to keep going, you've got to keep charging. So we'll do that. And the other thing is, it's quite easy with an impact driver of this type to break the bit. So I've got a pack of bits as well. So let's start off by marking out using the Marxman. It's a simple process to get marked out first of all. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up the spirit level until the strap there is nice and vertical, and then with the Marxman we just pop it in the hole, give it a squirt, pick the ones that we want, and there we go, ready for drilling. So the drilling part, we need to set the drill up obviously correctly. So I'm going to use the slower speed to start with, to see how we get on with that. But we also need to switch this to hammer, and we're going to get in there with the drill and drill our first hole. So there we go. We're able to line up very easily with the mark that was squirted through using the Marxman. So excuse my back. Oops. Go this way around. That's done that a good job. Now one of the things I might do is just put a bit of tape round so I know how deep to go. And then I'm going to grab a handful of these plugs, small hammer, and knock that one in. There we go. Only several hundred more of these holes to drill. And now the enjoyable bit. Let's get these screwed in nicely. So let's start with the top one. And then the bottom one. There we go. There's one done. Another 19 to go. Now I'm going to show you an extra trick with the Marxman, which I think is an undocumented feature, but yeah, this is the product. You saw me pick one up earlier at the counter, but yeah, I'll show you this extra trick, which I think will probably save you quite a lot of time. We're on to our next strap now, and again it's the same process. Get it nice and level. Oops. Get it nice and level. That's looking good. And then just literally mark where you want these to go. Like so. And then, as I say, this is a feature that you might not know about the Marxman. What you have to do is you give it a little bit of a wiggle, and you can see it just pops the screws, drills the holes, and pops the screws in for you. It's a real time-saving tip, and yeah, really pleased with that. So let's try this again in a couple of other positions and see how we go. So same method as before, line up with the level, just get that nice, just hold it in place, quick squirt, there we want those. I'm picking generally the centre of the blocks, and again you just wiggle it, and there we go. Again, screws straight in. Really, it's such a time-saving feature. So yeah, and doesn't seem to be very well documented. But there you go. So this is the Marxman. As I say, you can pick them up at the counters. They seem to be just about everywhere now, and just makes this kind of job so very easy. See you again with Budget with Brian, and don't forget, subscribe. Comments below. Links, you know.